up YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool little review for you of a not so little knife. This one is pretty cool little USA made folder. Not little again, but hey, if you like my content, smash the like button. Really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm out a lot. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this one, and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. Appreciate everybody that's channel members, Patreon subscribers. You guys are awesome. And without further ado, let's get into this one. This is a Microtech Amphibian I got by way of trading with Mr. Eddie. Pretty cool dude. He's linked in all my videos, I believe, down below. Check him out too. The Microtech Amphibian Apocalyptic Finish aluminum handled folding knife would be the official name of it, I guess. Pretty cool knife. This is the last, I believe, to come out in the family of Ramlock manual folders that Microtech has put out in the last year and a half or so. Pretty unique knife. We're going to talk all about it. Let's go ahead and we'll get into some measurement, specs, size comparisons, get the overview out of the way first, and then we can get into the review. So, overview of this. Trying to get those timestamps working. Overview. Maybe it'll start if I keep saying it. From the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, you're looking at 9 1/4 inches. Huge knife. Really what I would call an XL knife, even for me. Tip of the blade to where the blade meets up with the finger choil right there, or where it meets up with the handle, you're looking at 4 1/8. And sharpened edge length, it is an upsweep, so you got to take that into account, right? 3 3/4. Yeah, right at 3 3/4. Got a pretty good little upsweep going on there. So 3 3/4 of sharpened edge with a 4 and some change blade. That's pretty impressive. Pretty good size folder here. 120 thousandths on the blade stock thickness. That's not bad at all. We'll check out behind the edge here. You're looking at 24 thousandths, which I'd say isn't too bad again for such a large knife. 570 thousandths on that handle. Let's go ahead and we'll do some size comparisons here. We'll get out the usual suspects first. Get out the Cold Steel Knives 8010 and the Demco Knives 8020.5, that being the slicer version. It is even longer by a good little bit than the 8010, way longer than the 8020.5. Not quite as bulky though. If you look at them, the profile of them, not quite as bulky, almost, but not quite as bulky as the 8010 as far as thickness goes there. Let's see, here is your Spyderco Paramilitary 2, Spyderco Para 3, so way larger than both, way more cutting edge than both. Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and your Ontario Knives Rat Model 2, so way larger than both of those even. Let's see, let me see if I can find some XL knives here to compare it to. Alright, so these are my two examples anyway. Trying to get them out, sorry about that, y'all. Couple of legit XL knives, right? Two very different knives. I'm going to show here in just a second, but we're going into overtime with these size comparisons, taking a page out of Help with Gadgets book. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. Tommy with Help with Gadgets, great dude, great channel. All right, so that is not a Manix 2, that is a Manix 2 XL. All right, and it's longer than the Manix 2 XL. This big chunker, this is the best Heckman, or no, I'm sorry, PMP Knives Big Boy XL. Very large knife, comically large knife, I'd say, and it's just a little bit shorter than that one. So that's what you're dealing with as far as size goes on this thing. Very, very good size folding knife for sure. Every bit of that definition of XL, I would say, you can say for this one. Now, quick comparison here. I am going to do a showdown battle video with these coming up, so looking forward to doing that, getting more into it. But this in the same family, this is his brothers now. They came out at the same time, and one of the reasons that I wanted this one was it kind of completes my Ramlock, little Ramlock collection I got going on, and the infamous stitch. So that's the MSI, and that's the Microtech stitch. Yeah, so a lot different than the MSI, but pretty close as far as overall length goes. And as far as the stitch goes, short or longer, you know, than the stitch for sure. Overall, a lot more cutting edge, more blade length for sure, but the ergonomics, the handle, are a little more similar than the other one, right? Because you kind of got this banana shape kind of, or U shape, whatever, down sweeping the handle going on with that one. All right, so I think that's it for size comparisons, guys. I just thought all those size comparisons would be pretty interesting. Let's see, we'll get out the scale here, and I'm gonna guess with this one, and I don't know, it doesn't feel like ultra heavy compared to the other ones necessarily. I don't know, 6 ounces would be my guess. Let's see how far off I am. Not too bad, 6.3. Yeah, 6.3 ounces. All right, so definitely a heavy knife, over the ounce and inch ratio. Now, if you are wearing blue jeans whenever you're carrying this, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem. You know, but wearing like gym shorts, you know, going out to eat, stuff like that, that's where I kind of find this one, you know, to be not really something you carry too much. You can, you know, you can do anything you want, but not really something that's recommendable by me. A little less of a deep carry pocket clip than its brothers there. Pretty good looking pocket clip. I like the way this one looks better. Milled titanium, stonewash, apocalyptic finish actually on that. But a little bit of more of a challenge, I think, to get in and out of the pocket. Of course, with that pocket clip, you can mount it right-handed or left-handed carry, so it is a truly ambidextrous knife, and that's a good thing for lefties especially. Amphibian on there, that's the model name, 1223 USA Microtech, born on date, and you know, the country of origin and the company on there, all in the clip. That's pretty awesome to me, you know. So you'll notice not hardly any billboarding on the blade. That is always a positive. Now let's go ahead and we'll get out the drivers here, and I'm almost positive it's going to be the same as the other two, but I gotta check, gotta make sure. T20, that infamous T20, yeah. If you take this thing apart, this is probably a captive pivot on this side. This would be, or not captive pivot, this is probably a false T20, right? So it's inset into the pivot barrel. So this screw will not just screw out. This one will, if it's like the MSI. Take it apart, undo this side first. And I think you're going T8 with everything else, I think. T8 on the body screws, T8 on the pocket clip screws. Yeah, that is awesome. The only way, and there's a lot of hardware, so that's, you know, something to keep in mind too if you take it apart. The only way that this could get any better is if that was a captive pivot, or I guess it kind of is, right? But if that was filled in, you know, because an idiot like me taking this thing apart, I might try to undo that one, you know, who knows. But yeah, just keep that in mind if you do take it apart. So other than that, great job on the hardware, on the bit sizes. That's pretty awesome. So that's going to do it for the overview, and here comes the review section. All right, so looking at it, man, that back spacer, I love the way this thing looks. They did a little, you know, kind of drew it in right there and then went back out with it. That's pretty cool. I like the milling right there. That looks and feels awesome. All the edges are pretty well you know, contoured. You got milling right there, milling right here at the beginning of the blade, you know. aesthetically, and this is the fluted aluminum version of it, aesthetically this is awesome. I think, you know, I mean, I like the pattern right there, a little step down. They didn't just do a random thumb stud, you know. This is pretty unique looking, I think. Plus that is also removable, so let me get the bit driver back out. Forgot about that. All right, that's a T6. So, you know, I mean, hell, if it's a T8 it'd be awesome, but it is a T6, so just be careful on it if you take that off for sharpening. When and if I sharpen this thing, I'll probably remove that thumb stub, but that is good that it's removable though. Very comfortable reverse flick on this thing. I think we went over everything aesthetic wise. That even continues back here, so that's pretty cool on that, you know. I like how they did pretty much everything aesthetically. That little tab, how you can swap it around ergonomically, that's awesome, you know. So you can, you know, it has a filler tab so you can fill it in, so you just don't have two holes sticking out there. Ergonomically, this thing is super comfortable. You know, I looking at it, I thought it would be, and getting it in hand is even more so, you know. So choke back is perfect for this one. I mean, such a large knife. Choked up on it, you do have room all the way up to here. That is a sharpening choil, bear in mind, and not a finger choil right there. So you can put a lot of your finger right there, you know, going all the way up. Just be careful how much, because you don't want to put all of it right there. It will, you know, cut you, but you can trigger pull it. You can get a pretty decent little grip on it, you know, getting in close like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So yeah, ergonomically this thing's awesome. Sharpening wise, I don't know, I haven't tried to sharpen it yet, but I would think some people do have some issues sharpening upsweep knives, like recurves like that, kind of, you know, and it can be a little bit more of a challenge, but just as long as you, I would say, take this thumb stud off, you know, first, and make sure you do a sweeping like up motion. If you're using a fixed angle system is what I'm talking about. You know, I think you'll be all right on this one. Not too bad. Definitely will not create a smile. You got plenty of you know, pretty good little amount of sharpening choil. You can get a few sharpenings out of that before you get into that, so that's a good thing. Billboarding, no billboarding on it whatsoever except for the Microtech logo and M390 MK. Nothing on the other side. This is M390 MK, by the way, which is Microtech's kind of proprietary variant of M390. It is an apocalyptic finish on this one, which I've always liked by Microtech. Kind of looks worn and weathered. Really cool. Again, one little detail that I'm loving about this thing is that thumb stud, how it's like a step down, you know, 4 little steps up like that, and the outside keeps in line with it. You know, it is very nice, very nice knife to look at, you know, in my opinion, a very good looking knife. The reverse flick again works perfect. Thumb stud actuation, grip it up here, for me anyway, it works perfect. No issues there. The action on it works fine. As soon as you pull that back, it swings shut. The detent, even for such a heavy blade, you know, the detent is not loose, which is one concern I had when getting this knife. But yeah, the detent is pretty good, at least on this one it is. Your ram lock, so your ram lock slides back when the blade's opening and runs along that end of the inside of the blade right there, and as soon as it hits that little notch, it goes into place and it's locked in place. Seeing it from the side, you can kind of see that coming down right there, and that locks it in place. So that's pretty good, pretty solid lockup on this one, you know. I haven't had any issues with it unlocking or anything like that. I haven't had any issues with any of my ram locks unlocking. Some people have though, and I'm thinking maybe, hopefully that was something that Microtech corrected. So yeah, these things are available currently in quite a few different variations. The fluted G10 version, on average seems like they're going for right around $300, give or takes, you know, depending on what kind of version you get. You know, if you get this color, this blade material, that blade material. But if you get the G10, which this is the fluted aluminum, but if you get the G10 version of this, it's around 300 bucks. You can go on DLT's website and get these. They are an affiliate link, so if you do buy them off of DLT or BladeHQ, just click any of my affiliate links that are down below in the description, and as long as you click that link to go to it and buy it, I get like a little 5% kickback to that, which is, you know, it helps the channel out a little bit, and I appreciate it. I don't push my affiliate links on anybody really that much, so if not, that's fine too. But these are available on several different sites. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, listening to me ramble about this awesome knife, and I'm really happy to get that one in the collection. And yeah, if you like the content, you want to listen to me ramble more, hit the like button, subscribe right down there if you want more of it. And I hope you guys have a great evening, day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.